Hello, Ms. Keller here, founder and director of NutriResults, where I help active 40-something women to get out of and stay out of chronic pain. I help them to maintain pain-free mobility as they age. We help them get their lives back on track and create optimal health for the rest of their lives. Today we are talking about sciatica. And from the poll that I put up in my stories, it looks like some of you are dealing with this issue. So hopefully today you will find some little tidbits of information that might be helpful to you in healing your sciatic pain. So just want to start, Sweaty Betty is back. I'm going to leave this towel here for a moment. Soaking up the sweat. So thank you, first of all, to those of you who completed the poll. And it looks like there are some of you out there who are dealing with sciatic pain. You're feeling it in, I believe it was your butt cheeks. Some of you are feeling it in your hamstrings. And one of the questions that I asked was, what are you doing to help to heal that? And some of you said that you weren't moving. So this is kind of the snowball effect or the domino effect of chronic pain, is that it forces us to stop moving. And we are beings that are made to move. Our bodies are made to move. So when you stop moving, then that just starts a whole nother cascade of health issues when you stop moving. So hopefully today I want you to listen up, and so you can take away some things that can help you heal this pain and get you back to moving. All right, so what is sciatica? Sciatica, I'm going to take this off now. I think I'm going to be okay. What does it say that Southern women don't sweat, they glisten? I'm glistening. Okay, so sciatica is characterized by the pain going down the leg from the lower back. And unfortunately, this is frequently misdiagnosed and undertreated. A lot of people just ignore the problem until it just gets worse and worse. And the pain, as I say all the time, pain is information. So when you are ignoring the pain signals, you're ignoring the information and that your body is giving you, the communication that your body's giving you, and so it just will scream louder. It's like a toddler. It'll just keep screaming louder and louder and louder until it hopefully gets what it needs. So it just thinks like you just can't hear it, so it just screams louder and louder. So the pain just amplifies until simple things like standing or walking becomes unbearable. So oftentimes people have symptoms that they think are sciatica, but it's actually an issue in your lumbar spine. So again, I think I say this every week, my new tagline, the problem where you're feeling the pain is not always where the problem is, okay? So, the more you can get good at listening to your body, identifying any problem areas in your body, and then knowing what to do, what to give it, the more empowered you'll be, and the better your long-term health is going to be. So some other things that sciatica could be, that it's important to understand, is it could actually be a disc issue. So it's a good thing to have some good practitioners who can help you with, I just realized Mr. Bone Jangles is kind of cut off. Come on up here, boo-boo. Oh, now my balls are rolling away. But it's good to find a good practitioner. There he is. Hey, buddy. It's good to find or have a good practitioner in your health toolkit that can help you with, learning more about your body and understanding more about what your body is telling you. So, so for example, the past couple months have been, my body has been speaking to me in this area. And it started with some tenderness in my SI joint. And then that kind of shifted, I guess. Because I can't really say that it actually healed. It just kind of shifted. And I think it was just my body's response to this imbalance that was here, and it triggered some more compensatory muscle recruitment, some faulty muscle recruitment. So then I started feeling it along the front here and up in here where it attaches. So again, when I went to the chiropractor, I don't know if you saw my stories post the other day, went to the chiropractor this week, and sure enough, SI joint was not where it was supposed to be. So even though, you know, normally you would think, oh, the problem is here. This is where I'm feeling the tension and the discomfort, or the problem is here. The problem was actually back here. So it's really good to be able to have that information, to be able to understand what your body is telling you, because now I know what to do for that. Now I know that, you know, I need to maybe do a little bit more hydration in this area. I also plan to work on something that we're going to talk about a little later, and really focusing a lot on hip stability today, because even though I got adjusted and I've been melting the last couple days, I'm still feeling like I have some faulty recruitment patterns, because when I was doing pound today, I was struggling a bit. So now I know what to do. I know what my treatment plan needs to be for the next week. And that is very empowering to me, because I know that this is not a problem that's going to be with me forever. It's not a problem that I know will get worse. I have the tools available to heal myself, and that feels amazing. Okay, so some other things that your sciatic pain could also be, again, the problem is not where the pain is. It could be a digestive issue, okay? You know the rule, 3 trains in, 3 trains out. And if that's not happening, then if the train's not coming out, it's still stuck in the tunnel, right? So it could be an issue where you just literally have too much stuff in here, and that's impacting how your body functions. I mean, look at Mr. Bone Jangles here. I mean, you see, this is where all this, you know, is happening. And if this is all impacted and there's too much, you know, stuff in here, it's going to impact where your spine sits and how your pelvis functions. Okay, so I just want to encourage you to think outside the box and be open to understanding your body, exploring your body, and really think more holistically when you are thinking about your pain issues, okay? Because it may not be, again, where the actual pain is. That's just the symptom of, usually, of something else. What else? There's something else. Oh, okay, so I think I talked about being sciatic pain being a disc issue before. You know, but even though it could be a disc issue, sometimes back pain is misdiagnosed as disc issues, and or sometimes you may have a bulging disc. Let me rephrase this. Sometimes you may have a bulging disc, but that may not be what is actually causing your sciatic pain. Okay, because again, you have all these other factors. So, you know, try not to get stuck on any one thing, and be open to trying different options to see what works for you. So when we sit for long periods of time, our muscles can atrophy. So when I speak of the idea that the bulging disc may not be what's actually causing it, it could be an issue of your body's ability to stabilize, support, and protect your spine. I went around the maypole there, but I finally got to it. Okay, so let's talk about the stabilizing, supporting, and protecting your spine as a place of, you know, a solution point for this pain. So when you sit for long periods of time, which a lot of us do, your muscles can atrophy, and fat and even fascia can replace the regions where the muscles once lived. Okay, so you have your muscles, you're sitting for long periods of time, the muscles atrophy, and then that muscle space is replaced with fat. So you can imagine fat doesn't function like muscle. So if you got fat where your muscles should be, then again, you don't have that stabilization and support to protect your spine. And then you try to stand up and move around and to go to yoga class, go to CrossFit, try to go for a run, and things don't work very well. And then you start having pain in these random areas and you're not sure what's happening. So what are some things that we can do? First thing, try not to sit a lot. And I think I've mentioned this before. There's like a little function on my my Apple Watch that reminds me to stand up. So if you don't have that, maybe set a timer on your phone. Oh, hey, Sly Fox. Hello, I'm gonna wave. Remind if you already don't have that habit of standing up. If you have a situation in your life where you're sitting a lot during the day, you just want to make sure that you are every 20 to 30 minutes. You just get up, walk around, go refill your water. That's going to be another tip. Little teaser there for a tip. Go get another glass of water. Go to the bathroom. You can grab your melt ball, do a quick foot treatment. You can get on your roller, do some things, and you just want to get up and move every so often and not sit for long periods of time. The second thing, hydration. I give this tip a lot. And you don't want to put a bunch of water in the morning and then when you come home at night, put a bunch of water in. You really want to get into the habit of sipping water consistently throughout the day. So this can be part of your routine in terms of you getting up from your desk or getting off the couch or whatever it is that you're doing, and making sure that you've got a full glass of water, and then you sip on that water over the course of the next 20-30 minutes and get up and get another glass. So it's going to help you stay hydrated. And a good tip for hydration is half your body weight in ounces. And I like to use a water bottle, and I know how many ounces are in the water bottle. I'm sorry, there's a spider that's like it came down from the ceiling and that's on its way back up and just distracted me. Half your body weight in ounces. I use a water bottle and I figured out, I know how many ounces are in there, and I figured out how many of those I need in a day. And that visual reference is really helpful for me. And it's something that even though I know better, I still struggle with some days. So, the more kind of tools that you put in place to help you be successful, the more successful you're going to be. And of course, my third tip is always to melt. So hydrating your connective tissue. So the more hydrated your fascia is, the more hydrated your connective tissue is, it's actually your connective tissue's job to support and stabilize your body. The information from your brain to your body to your brain flows through the connective tissue system, and when it's dehydrated, that information cannot flow. It is a fluid, it's a three-dimensional fluid-based system, so it needs fluid. And drinking water alone is not enough. It's just part of it. It's just, we are multifaceted beings. We don't need a lot of stuff, really, to be healthy, but there are some key things that we need. Hydration is one of those, and hydrating the fascia so that you can actually utilize the liquid or the water you're taking in, either from just plain water or also from the fruits and vegetables that you eat. So if you are dealing with sciatic pain and you are a melter, then starting with the pelvis or hip pain self-treatment plan is a great place to start. So if you are not a melter, I highly recommend that you DM me and let's get started with a 90-minute mobility session. And if sciatic pain is one of your pain areas or one of your healing, that's one of your health goals, this is where we would start, is working on this pelvic and hip pain map. And in the session, I will teach you all of the techniques in the map. You'll get a plan that you can take through for at least a month, and then there's a maintenance plan that you can use going forward. And then, of course, this month we are doing our membership drive for the NutriResults Fit Club. And the Fit Club is the space where you go to practice what you learn in your 90-minute session. So it's your opportunity to come. We have weekly live classes. We have a ton of recordings in the Fit Club for you to use to practice your techniques, to learn new techniques. You have opportunities to ask questions either in the live classes, or there's the community network site that we use, our virtual network. We use that as a communication tool as well. You can ask questions there. And then you not only have me to help support you, you've got our entire community of amazing, active 40-something women who are coming together to give themselves the best self-care as they can, getting out of chronic pain, creating optimal health, and we're doing it together. So you don't have to do it alone. It sucks doing it alone. When you've got a friend to help you, you've got someone to hold you accountable, you're more likely to be successful that way. So today I'm just going to show you a couple of techniques really quickly. And I chose these because, I chose these because it seems counterintuitive, right? So we're talking about sciatic pain, and for those of you who were saying you were having pain in your butt cheeks, having pain in your hamstrings, we're going to talk about how you can treat your head to help with what's going on down here, okay? Because all of this, the connective tissue is seamlessly connected from head to toe and skin to bone. So you may be having an imbalance or dehydration in one area, but it's showing up for you down here, okay? So this neck release sequence, is that what it's called? Brain fart. Yes, neck release sequence is part of this plan when you have sciatica to help you with that. So all you do, this is like super simple, but very effective. All of these techniques are simple, but effective. So you're just going to place your roller right at the base of your skull, and you can start by just keeping your pelvis in an open position here and outreaching your arm. The roller is right on the base of the skull, right behind your ear. And all you're going to do is do a little shear here. And you can do some circles. You can shake your head no. You can shake your head yes. But what we're doing is just pitting the tissue between the bone and the roller so that we can hydrate that area. And then anytime we do a shear, you're going to want to wait and just take a focused breath. So we're going to shear this side, and then you're going to turn over. You're going to do your shear on the other side, and then also waiting and taking that focused breath. Sorry, I turned my head that way. I usually have a mic on. I forgot I don't have it on. Hope you can still hear me. So then you're going to come back to center, and we're going to shear the center of the base of the skull. And all you do here is just some figure eights. And then you go in one direction, and then go back the other direction. I don't even know if I changed directions. So doing your figure eight motions, and you just want to make sure you keep your nose tipped up slightly. You don't want your chin in your chest, so keeping your nose tipped up slightly. And then you want to wait and take a focused breath. Then you're going to want to move your roller up just like about a half an inch, still on the kind of bottom half, the base of the skull, but more towards the center. You're going to tip your nose up slightly like you're smelling something good in the air. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to lengthen your chin down, tipping the chin down towards the chest. You don't want to collapse here, and you don't want you to feel like you need to touch your chin to your chest. You just want to tip it down, and really it's more about feeling that lengthening in the back of your head and in your neck. And then you're going to inhale, exhale, tipping the chin back up. You just want to do this 3 or 4 times. So inhale, exhaling, tipping the chin down towards the chest. And like I can feel that lengthening all the way down. Inhale, exhaling, tipping the chin up. And that's it. That's the neck release sequence. You do want to make sure when you're melting that you do some upper body hydration before you start doing that. But typically you put that neck release towards the end of your mat. But when you do your 90-minute session, we're going to discuss all of those things. So if this was helpful for you today, I hope you got some information, some good tidbits to help you with your sciatic pain. And if you're really serious about getting out of pain, staying out of pain, and creating optimal health for yourself, and doing that with other women and within a group, and creating some meaningful connections with other women who are just like you. I would love for you to join our community. So DM me today to get started, and we'll get you started with that 90-minute session, and then you'll have the opportunity to join our Fit Club. We're doing the membership drive this month. We are almost halfway through the month, and space is also becoming limited. So we have a limited number of spots available. Some of those spots have already been taken up. So if you're interested, please go ahead and DM me. I only do a membership drive once a year. So once either July 31st gets here, or all the spots have been taken up. I have 25 spots available. When all those spots have been taken up, then the membership drive is going to close, and you won't be able to get back in with us until next year. So I don't want you to miss out. So please DM me today. Let's get you started. Let's get you out of pain. All right. See you later, Mr. Bojangles. Do you want to say bye? Oh, your hand's all messed up. Bye, everyone. Have a great weekend.